everyone, and a very happy Monday to you all. I do hope that you had a fantastic weekend and that you are looking forward to the week ahead. As you can see, I can't really hide it, but the fabulous Tasnim is with us today. So we will be having a joint crafting session. We will be using some of our old favorites and our new favorites and trying to put a new spin on all of them. We're trying to bring in the Altenew, which is the old and new, and we're doing that today. Thank you everyone for joining us. The fabulous Mitzi will be behind the badge and she'll be popping in all of the links to the products that we do use. I can see that everyone has popped in, so thank you for joining us and thank you so much for sharing. If you do share, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. Now I can breathe and bring in Tasnim and she can say hi.
Hey Lydia, and hello everyone. Thank you for joining us, and I'm so excited to get started.
Okay, so Tasnim, what is your favorite oldie but goodie that you have chosen to use today?
So I went back to the first release, and right away the first thing that came to my mind was the painted flowers. So I'll be using this stamp set from 2014, so April 2014, and it's exactly today's April. Okay, today April 15. Yeah, so exactly 10 years since this was released. And you can maybe share yours.
Yeah, so me and Tasnim had a plan that we were going to use the same thing, but I couldn't find mine. So I went with another oldie but goodie. So I've gone with the vintage roses. Now this is a little bit later than the one that Tasnim has, but it still is in the same year. So I'm going to...
Only 2 months, yeah.
I mean, I think it was like 2 months, maybe 3 months after this one, but yeah. I still remember when the painted flowers came out. And it was all kind of hush, hush secret. How's this going to work? And I know that you and Jen have probably told that story 1,000 times already. But I was just wondering if there has been any kind of other things over the past 10 years that maybe we haven't talked about so often, but you are still as excited about.
I mean, I'm still excited about the concept of layering, right? I know over the years we have done a lot of layering stamps, but I want to say in recent years, the shift has been more towards the stencils. It is compared to stamps. Sometimes it's easier to line up because you don't have to like go really fast. Like, oh, I lined the stamp up, and then need to like stamp right away. With the stencil, you can take your time and kind of like shift around. But I still love my layering stamps, and I'm really excited to try the painted flower. That I feel like I haven't stamped this in many years. So yeah, oh my goodness. We'll be stamping live.
That we've both picked the layering stamp set because, like you said, we don't normally use them that often anymore. We kind of do the outline and then we have the stencil to color in. So yeah, I'm hoping
I'm using a block today, so I'm going all the way back to the blocks. I know we've been using all these stamping tools, but since they're like smaller images, I said let me try the blocks. And back then, this is the only thing I used for these, so it should work.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good. Everything's going to be fine, and we're going to end up with something pretty at the end as well. So I am going to let the fabulous Tasnim sort her camera angle out, and then she can talk while I'm sorting mine out, and it's going to see, she's much quicker than it is than I am. But yeah, we're good. So remember, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. So we are really excited about that as well. So what I'm going to do is I am going to switch my camera around and we are going to get crafting. Tasnim, did you want to talk through your kind of idea for your card first?
So I love frames, and I want to choose something from this year, so April 2024. So this just released, and there was this frame in this release. So I said, like, I need to use this frame because I love combining flowers with frames. It just gives like an elegant look, and it's classic and elegant. So I'm gonna combine the flowers with this cool die cut of a frame. And what's cool about this one, it has these indentations where you can put gem sparkles. So this, I'm probably going to go for the smoky quartz here. We'll see.
It's so funny because I've chosen my gem sparkle frame as well, too. So.
All right. So I guess we'll both have flowers on the frame.
Yeah. So we're going to see 2 different ways of using this, right? Because I know that I said I'm going to chop mine up because, I like...
Oh, did you say that? Oh.
I'm
I
gonna
was
chop
going to
it up.
chop mine up too.
You are. Okay, so anyone has any questions that you have for the lovely Tasneem, please let us know. It's not very often we get to kind of tie it down to one of these live sessions. So while you have her, please, please take advantage of her. I am using my sticky mat below me, and I do have the large one, and I believe this is back in stock. So if you did want to get your hands on this, please kind of run and not walk so you can make sure that you can get this in your basket.
So I'm just doing a test stamping. This is not the final card because, as I said earlier, I haven't stamped this in a long time. So I want to make sure it actually works and everything is good. Let's see.
So there's two different types of crafters, right? There's one that is a perfectionist like Tasneem, and then there's one that's just like, yeah, that'll work. And that is me. And I know that May is on the perfectionist side as well.
Yes.
Wow.
What colors are you using?
Oh, you're going to be mind blown with the colors that I'm using. All right. I'm going to go in with Pink Pearl, Coral Bliss. Then I'm going to go Deep Iris, and then Desert Night.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That's awful. I mean, awesome. When you say awful, I'm
Well, it might be awful. We don't know yet. But
I was going to say that's very adventurous. I can't wait to see how it comes out.
we all know what you meant. It was all like, really? Is that the colors that you chose? Oh,
No.
all the ones we have?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this looks good. I'm going to kind of think about my layout. So I want the frame halfway and then flowers kind of like an arch.
Okay. Are you stamping directly onto the frame then, or are you going to cut these out?
No, I'm going to have the frame on top of the flowers. So kind of like the flowers are like
Oh.
peeking through the flower, through the frame. Yeah. What are you going to die cut your flowers?
I might fussy cut them.
Okay.
Yeah. I do like a little bit of fussy cutting, so I think we should be fine. Yours layouts are always so pristine. And it's like you really just sit there and really work things out before you get into crafting. Is that correct?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. I do have the advantage of kind of laying, because I'm always making cards digitally, right? For the insert cards, if you notice, you always have those samples. So I have the advantage of like working things around. So that does help, sometimes planning out my cards. Yep. What about you, Lydia? Do you go with the flow?
Yeah. I'm a bit notorious for that, right? Like even on lives, and a lot of people here will attest to the fact that if I get an idea halfway through, I'll kind of just go with it. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but at least we've all learned together. Okay, we may need to change.
Still you come out with the most amazing cards. I've seen some of your cards there. Wow. Very, very original thinking, like I would not have thought of doing that.
Thank you, Tasneem. With the color selection as well, right?
And I really appreciate where you do a lot of fussy cutting because, I also love fussy cutting, right? So, yeah, I appreciate those.
I do love fussy cutting. I love it when I'm watching TV and I'll do it then.
Yeah, it's a nice time pass.
Yeah, because I like to have things to do with my hands. Yeah.
Oh, you're stamping all the first layer. So you're going to do all the roses in the same color combination?
I think so. I think it would. Yeah, if I have to pick another color combination now, I think we could struggle.
So did you plan this? Like, did you layer these colors before, or was it just?
I actually did a crafty corner, which is going to come out soon with these colors, but it wasn't on a stamp.
Okay.
So I thought maybe we could try it. We did
Nice.
have a question. What was the first stamp set that Altenew released?
The first stamp set. So in the first release in April 2014, right? Did I say that right? 2014. I think I said, there were 14. There were 14 stamp sets. Yeah, and
Oh,
that
I
was
didn't realize there was so many.
yeah, it's 14, and so painted flowers was one of them. So there were like 13 others. Some of the others that I remember off the top of my head, let's see, magnolias for her is like an outline floral stamp,
Oh yeah.
and then henna elements. Actually, magnolias for her might have been second. I'm not sure, but henna
Like
elements definitely first release. Yeah,
Label Love, was that first?
I want to say yes. I'm not sure.
I remember the little men.
Oh yeah, the figures,
Figure effects.
figure
No?
effects. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That was a cute one.
Does anyone have a favorite set from the first release, or the first set that they've ever had from Altenew? Do you still use it? We're curious. Do
I'm
you
gonna
have,
look
sorry, it's his name, but do you have a favorite color family?
I think the one I'm using right now is one of my favorite. This is the rose petal ink set.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's one of my. It is like somewhere between pink and purple, and I often go towards this one, gravitate to this one.
Do
What
you
about
have
you,
like,
Lily? Oh,
I have lots of favorites, but I can go into mine. But I am curious.
mm.
Do you have a favorite green?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's the Green Valley. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Is yours still tropical forest?
I love tropical forest, but I don't have that one out with me today. I do actually have the one with the marshland
Mm.
and the
Oh,
sea
that's funny. I
grass.
have that one too, right here.
Great minds, great minds. Just had another question, and it says, does Altenew retire stamp sets?
Yes, we do. Yeah, sometimes we retire some of the older. I think figure effects, for example, that one we just talked about.
Mhm.
I don't think it's there anymore. So we do retire. Otherwise, we'll have like a million stamp sets on the website. Right? And also, like some of the designs, I feel like it becomes a little obsolete in terms that okay, let's say we have a layering stencil that you can get the similar effect, but a little easier. So
Mhm.
we would retire the ones that was maybe a little bit harder to get the same effect.
Yeah. I also think that sometimes you think, I have another idea that's quite similar to something else, but we can do that way better.
Yeah, yeah, can improve
So
it. Yeah.
that's another reason why it might kind of sneak away from the store.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have plenty and plenty of
Yeah.
options for you, everyone.
Well, sometimes fonts, right? Like the fonts, I feel like they're ever changing, and so some of the sentiment stamps from previous years, you might not want to use those fonts anymore. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they are the things that kind of go out of fashion, right? The
yeah,
fonts rather than the actual images themselves.
right. So I got the first layer in of all these 4 flowers.
I'm really intrigued to see how that you're gonna pop the frame in there.
The frame. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm also, I'm not sure how it's gonna come out of that.
The fabulous Mitzi is messaging me with the
Oh,
questions that we keep missing. So thank you, Mitzi.
oh,
She's asking, are we gonna do a door set?
a door set, like a die, I'm assuming.
I think so.
We do have a window die. A
Yeah,
window,
we do.
yeah. And then actually we have a gate die as well. It's from last year, April, actually. So I don't know if the person who asked is meant like a door as in a stamp or a die.
I think it was die.
Mm. We would love to hear your opinions all the
Yeah,
time.
die
Yeah.
set.
Okay.
We also have a question. What's the difference between crisp dye ink and the fresh dye ink?
So there's a slight difference in formulation, but they're both dye inks as the name suggests. Um, yeah, and I want to say that really is there's a little different formula. These are a little more
Viscous.
viscous. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. um, yeah, and we love, like, sometimes, like, I've noticed that, I stamp once and I get like really amazing coverage. Some of the colors. Um, yeah, you don't need to stamp twice, and it does. I want to say, like, not you can't expect the same exact output from every single color, because the dyes do react, and they act a little differently. So you have to see the kind of each one by itself, how you want to stamp it twice or once. But a lot of these colors, they're nice.
Yeah, I do agree on the viscosity of it. I think that's why these work so well with the press plates. So if you do have press plates at home and you're wondering what ink that you can use with them, the round circle ones, the fresh dye inks work perfectly.
Oh yeah, I love that. That you can have all these choices of colors to use.
Yeah.
Plates.
Okay. All right. So this was the Desert Night that I was using. Now,
It
this
looks really
flower,
cool.
cute. Now, this flower here doesn't necessarily have a fourth layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this third layer again, but I'm going to kind of ink up just in that center portion, just to give it a little bit of that blue color.
Nice.
So you can play around with things. You don't have to ink everything. Just to get that kind of different effects. We have got the blue and purple on there as well. Okay. Let's do some leaves. Now, before I go on and I ask Tasnim what she's doing at this minute, I did want to show my little kind of color coding for these leaves. Now, we do have a add-on, which I would highly recommend. But before the add-on appeared, we had separate leaves that all layered up onto this one here. What I did is I went ahead and figured out which one went with which, and then added little dots to the leaves so I could quickly and easily do that. But to get rid of that whole scenario, definitely pop this one in your basket as well.
That's nice. You add the dots.
Otherwise, I would have been there for years.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and die cut the frame, because I do want to place the frame and then see if I need to add more stamps around it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go off and die cut the frame.
Okay, no worries. I'll keep chatting. So I'm going to go in with the marshland, and this is from the Nature's Wonders. So I do have the branch here, and I'm going to stamp that 3 times. I think that's going to cover me for my needs. Remember, if you do have any questions for the lovely Tasnim, or even me, I don't know, I might know something, you can ask us, and we will give you the answers live on air. I say live on air, it's the same thing. So please let us know, and thank you everyone so much for your lovely birthday anniversary wishes. It does mean a whole lot to us at Altenew HQ that you guys are so supportive of us. We do love it, so thank you.
Yeah, I cut the frame.
It does look very pretty. I'm going to add in the second layer of this, and then I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting. Are you going to add gems onto your sparkle?
Yes, I do want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you planning to?
Yeah, I'm going to. I think, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. One of my favorite things about these circle ink pads, and the fact that we've got this large sticky mat now, is that you can have all of your inks on this and it doesn't move. And then you can open it with one hand. Was that the main reason we kind of went with this kind of shape, his name?
Yeah, it's easier to open. I feel like a lot of times, sometimes the other ones, you have to like put your nail in the groove and kind of pull it apart. So I wanted something that's like, you don't have to go through that, and hopefully, have it more easier and faster way to open your lids of your inks. And I do like that, how you have your ink pad on the sticky mat. I think that's really cool. You can just do it with one
Yeah,
hand.
you can even stick your blending tools on here as well. So if you have these ones and and my table's not perfectly level, I
That's
can
great.
stick them
Yeah, because
on.
it's gonna roll off, right?
Yeah, they don't move either. Okay.
You can stick a lot of things there. Maybe your snack.
Yeah, everything. Glasses of water. Okay, we have a lot of questions coming through.
Oh.
All right, so Mitzi is asking, will Altenew be making more on-the-go stamp sets? Or would
One go, maybe?
one go? Yes, one
Yeah.
go stamp sets.
Yeah, we are there. We more. Yep, we are working. It's not like we kind of like let's do a one go. It's more like, oh, this design be faster if you can cut all these elements. So it's usually that how it works. Yeah, but definitely there are more in the works. So keep an eye out for other stamps and die combination one go concept.
Yeah, it's really good that you can kind of, because I'm not a lover of stamping sentiments. I love the fact that I can get 6 out the way in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and okay, so another question. I know there has been at least one fresh dye ink that is different than previous release color. Are there more new colors in the older sets coming in the future?
New colors in crisp dye ink?
I think
If
that's
that's
what
the question, then the answer
think.
is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the crisp dye ink era is unfortunately or fortunately it's so we ended it. That's why we have the fresh dye ink. So we are not going to eventually we're not carrying 2 lines of ink, so it's going to be all fresh dye inks. So we are switching over to fresh dye inks, the older colors, and the new colors that are going to come out, they're going to be in fresh dye ink.
Yeah, I'm excited about the new colors. It's so nice to have such an array that we have. Okay, so another question we have is the sticky mat smooth on the top side? Yes, I have it here. This is perfectly smooth, slightly tacky, but then on the other side, we do have that grid design. So it won't stick properly down to your surface. It's going to be easier to remove this than it is the cardstock from the top. I am going to give this a quick fussy cut now.
So I'm stamping my sentiment because I'm gonna pop up the frame with foam tape. So I wanted to stamp the sentiment before I do that. And I grabbed it, also not super old, but this is from 2018, I think. What's it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the leaf canopy stamp set. So
Is there a reason you chose that one?
I like the sentiments has 2 fonts. One look a little has bold lines and one has the thin lines. I felt like it matched the style of the flowers, where you have all these fine lines. Yeah, and also like the stamp set a lot. It has like these beautiful leaves.
I feel like I'm very behind, Tasnim. You look like you're nearly finished.
I still have to adhere the frame.
I haven't cut my frame. Maybe Tasnim needs to make a tag as well.
A tag? I might make another card if I finish.
Okay, all right. And then you will actually beat me on a live.
I mean, mine are pretty simple. You have got lots of layers.
I know mine was, but I was chatting and I got distracted.
Yeah, like 4 layers of each flower. Mine was only like 2 color layers. It was pretty simple.
But it looks so pretty. Are you gonna add colors to the leaves or not?
No, I think I'm gonna leave it just
Okay.
this color. Yeah, simple.
No pun intended with you're gonna leave it.
Yes. Leave the leaves.
I remember when we first had the leaf canopy stamp set out, didn't that sell out like a number of times? Or am I just imagining that?
Can't recall, but it'd be nice if it did.
Okay. All right. Okay. I had another question from Mitzi. Sorry, Mitzi. Let's come in. Right. The one question is, will there be a Better Press monthly club? Is that something that we're thinking about?
A monthly
subscription, I imagine.
subscription. Okay. It might be in the future. We haven't discussed that yet, but yeah, it might. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. So just a kind of reiteration on that question that we had before about the new
Mhm.
colors. So terracotta is a new color in the fresh dye. Are there more colors that will be released with a color different than the crisps?
So sometimes we do that because we want to improve the what we had. So when we so as I said, the formulation is different, right? So sometimes we don't get the exact same color as in the crystal ink, and when you layer them, if the contrast is not high, we say, okay, let's change this one and make it darker. So I think that's what happened with that particular set, where originally it was marigold, but marigold and snapdragon, the contrast was not as much as we wanted, so we changed the marigold to a terracotta. So it's not like we planned it, but more like, oh, there's a room for improvement here, let's change this one. I don't see that a lot happening, but maybe, I don't know, there might be one or two other, but yeah, that's
So it only happens when it needs to happen.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hopefully that answers the question better than we did the first time around. All right. Please let us know if you do have any more questions. I love all the questions that are happening today. We seem to have a lot of people out there curious about how Tasnim thinks. So please let us know if you do have any more questions. Okay. I'm so nearly there. I have one more leaf to go. Okay, we have another one. All right. How many inks will there be in the new collection? I'm trying to plan a new configuration for my inks, and I love the stamp and storage units.
So currently we have, I want to say, about 160 crystal ink, or maybe more, 180. I'm not sure. So all those inks plus new. So it's not like we have like, oh, we're gonna end. We haven't decided that yet. Like, oh, we're gonna have let's do the stop at 200. So I can't really answer that wholly. But it's a growing collection.
Yeah, I think we'll stop when we think there is not any more colors that we can do that are not too similar.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't have that particular shade of pink or reddish pink, So
I think we'll only know when we know. It's gonna be one of those. All right, so I have my little images, and I am gonna be able to do my frame now. Okay, I'm gonna get Mitzi off my screen for a minute. Sorry, Mitzi, we do love you. Please keep messaging. So yeah, all right. Thank you, iCard, everyone. I do love fussy cutting. And that is not the greatest fussy cutting I have ever done. So I'm not that pleased, but I got it done.
Looks great. Okay.
All right.
Place my frame. Yeah.
All right. I've done that thing where you put things down really safe, and then the too safe. Oh no, he's safe.
Then you don't find them.
Okay. So I am just going to use another panel to cut out my frame. It's very, very pretty. And I am going to just run that through quickly. Okay, will there be more bird dyes coming, like the bird of the mountain? I would love to see more like that.
Bird of the mountain. Oh, yeah, that was really nice one. Yes, we can work on that. I don't think we have any in the works at the moment, but I know the birds we don't have that many, so we can do more of those.
Yeah, I would recommend as well. Sorry, everyone, I had to put my machine on the floor because I was running out of crafting space. I would. Oh, it's so pretty. I would recommend, if you do love some birds, is the Rustic Charm. I loved playing with the stencil set that you get in there. You can create all different kind of birds just by changing the colors that you use.
The rustic charm.
Yeah.
No, this one, right? We're talking about
Yes.
the project kit.
Yeah, I made robins out of them and some little sparrows.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it has all these different layers. Yeah.
Yep. It was so fun to play with and create things. I did try and look up birds online, but then I
That's
got
good.
a little bit bored and decided to make my own. So I have some green ones with pink on.
That's nice. You just went to town with the experimenting colors.
Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so I have taken all the little fiddly bits out and I have my 2 pieces here. And what I was going to do is I'm going to make this shorter or a little bit more squat. And I figured a good place to kind of cut this would be around about here, just above this piece. We don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it.
Oh, you were cutting it first.
Yeah. I wanted to make it a little bit shorter. I didn't want an oval. I wanted more of a round.
Oh. Oh, so you're attach it back.
Yeah, I'm going to. We're going to see if it works.
So yeah, I just used part of it and then snipped the other part away.
I think it looks so pretty.
Thanks.
Now, I'm thinking around about here. I'm going to do the same on this side. So, do you have a stamp set that you keep going back to?
Ah, stamp set. I know you have one, Lydia. I'm trying to think. I think for me, it's probably a sentiment stamp because it is similar to Label Love, but we have a newer one that's called Bold Sentiments.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I love the bold look where you have the background. I usually stamp them in black. But yeah, you get the effect which you would get if you were to heat emboss white over black cardstock, but you don't have to do all the steps. So I think that would be my go-to sentiment stamp set.
Yeah.
What about you, Lydia?
My go-to sentiment stamps, I like the essential sentiments. You know the it's a foil plate. So I foil a lot of them at once and I just keep foiling until I'm bored and then cut them all out and then I just keep them in this like little pouch that I have.
That's nice.
And then I just kind of grab them off from the side. Okay, I may have missed some comments as I was concentrating on where to cut that. So sorry about that. All right. Is Altenew having a big party to celebrate 10 years? So we are like celebrating in many different ways. We have small little parties here and there. I wouldn't say we've had a big one. But
we had blog hops and they mean like online. Yes, we're celebrating.
I think so. But I mean, obviously we will have some kind of celebration this year when we have our company retreats. But as of yet, no, we as a company have not had a big party. The next question. When is the next retreat? My son is getting married during the Secret Garden retreat, but I hope to catch the next one. Are we allowed to say Tasnim?
Yeah, so the next, so there's 2 actually after that. The one in person, which is in Syracuse, New York, will be in September. And there'll be another virtual one in October. So those are the 2 coming up.
Yep, keep your eyes open for the sign-ups on those. So like Tasnim said, we will have an in-person one again this year, which we are very, very excited about. And yeah, we hope that a lot of you are able to join us for that one. And we will have a cool party theme again. So.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll put that a secret for now.
Yeah, we will. Shh. I will not say anything. All right. Okay. All right. Are we getting more layered trees this year?
Oh, it's like the tree dye.
I think so.
Yeah, I've been thinking about one for a while and I just haven't gotten to finishing it. So I started one. So hopefully, yes, we'll have a layering tree dye soon.
Yeah, we'll keep pushing Tasnim to design more. Okay, so I am adding little pieces of foam tape to my die so I can stick this down. I'm just going to stick it onto a panel for now because I do end up getting a very mucky back all the time. So you can see that my die or my frame is very different to Tasneem's
Yeah,
now.
it
I've got
looks
more.
cute.
It does look cute. And I think I can kind of disguise this little cut that we have here with another gem sparkle. So I think I'm going to be good. So I'm going to stick this down first.
That's really clever what you did. You snip it and then change the shape of it.
Thank you. All right. Samara wants to go. She's telling us that she wants to go. Yes, keep an eye out, Samara. All right. So I'm going to pop that down. Okay, so another question. Is there someone on your site where you can find the dates your stamps were released? I tried to figure out which set I bought first. Label Love seems to be the winner. I'm not sure you can go by the dates, but what you can do is when you filter, you can go from oldest to newest, and then you'll be able to see your oldest ones there.
Yeah, that's a good way of.
Yeah, that's why I did mine today. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, another question. These are coming in thick and fast. Keep on coming. Keep on coming. All right. Will the in-person retreat in New York? Will the in-person retreat be in New York? Yes, it will. It'll be in Syracuse at the not in the warehouse, but it'll be around the area. And will it be a weekend, Friday?
It will be in a weekend, yes.
Yes, it will be a Saturday retreat. So you kind of can narrow down the Saturdays in September now.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to say it's like September 14th, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It's around there. Don't let anyone know that we told you because we might not be able to tell you yet, but we kind of have. So I'm adding in my little gem sparkles, and I did go with the iridescent ones. I call these like unicorns eating ice cream because they remind me of those kind of color choices.
So mine are the same, actually, the iridescent ones.
Yeah.
I love those. I think I would probably go back to them often.
Yeah, I think these ones are my favorite.
Actually, I have another one that's I really like is the silver and the gold one. I didn't think I was gonna use them much, but I don't know. Somehow I really like those.
They remind me of like one of those 50s films where the guys wore leather jackets with studs.
Yeah, they do look like studs. Yeah.
Okay, I am going to disguise that cut now with one of these gem sparkles. I'm going to go with with one of the larger ones. And I think that, yeah, I think we're good. No one would be able to tell that this was done.
I'm working on a second card here.
Hopefully
I can finish it.
Okay, I am going to stamp my sentiment first before I arrange my flowers so I know that I'm not going to cover it up. And I do have the rustic charm set, and I think that I could fit one of these in. I like the love you always. I think that would be cute.
Are you using the sentiment from there?
Yeah, the rustic charm. We've proper mixed matched everything today. I love it. Okay. Something that won't change though is using the obsidian for the black. Ooh, Dee Dee says her first stamp set was the Thank You Builder. That is a
Thank
bit.
you. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, there's different fonts of thanks and thank you. Yeah.
And then we had the happy birthday builder as well. Oops.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think I maybe should have put the gem sparkles on after I had stamped.
They're getting in the way. Oh, that looks so cool though. Wow.
Oh yeah, I did a bit of a boo-boo down here, but we're gonna be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
mine
yes, I will be at the retreat in September.
Yay.
It's gonna be so fun. We don't really get to see each other. Well, we get to see each other every week, right? But
Yeah, virtually.
yeah, we don't. It's different, I think, when you can touch someone rather than just,
Face to face with someone, right?
yeah. Okay. So I've added some of the tape behind. And I'm just going to go ahead. Tina says that your leaves are beautiful, Tasnim.
Oh, thank you. That was like really fast coloring. So I stamped them in the Misty Moor. And then I colored using this, one of the newer alcohol marker sets. Yes. So I think it's a little bit of, instead of them being flat, it's nice to have a little bit of depth there. Okay,
Looks very pretty. And I'm quite impressed that you've got so much done in the time. I am going to put some flowers on underneath and then some on top to give
that's looking pretty.
more dimension. And I don't want to kind of cover all of these gem sparkles that I put on a little bit preemptively. So there's that too.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sad. Then what I would do is I would just go back and take out those gem sparkles we covered them fully. No need for them to be underneath the flowers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a frugal crafter too. If I can get away with using you remember when gutting was a massive thing, you know, when you used to put like a panel on top of something, but then you'd cut the other panel underneath so you wouldn't miss that piece.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love doing that. Again, it was kind of fussy cutting, I think.
I'm gonna go die cut these leaves.
Okay. I am going to be using my fabulous glue. I think this is one of the things that I have. When I got this from Altenew, this glue tape, I never went back to another kind of rolly glue tape. It's repositionable if you don't stick it down straight away, but then when you do stick it down, it's not. Yes, Sandra's uploads are artist markers are made to complement our color families that we already have. So we don't necessarily come out with alcohol markers first. What we do is we have the ink families and then we come off the ink families with the markers to create a really cohesive look with those.
So originally I was going to use the inks that matched this set, but I realized I didn't have them, so I chose this one kind of close.
Miss Moore is a favorite. Ooh, my absolutely favorite stamp set is Billowing Peonies by Helly T. Yes, so that was our last year's anniversary stamp set, and it was a very, very popular. So what leaf set is that? Barbara is asking. It is the leaf canopy. Really great one, really versatile and a classic, I would say.
Yeah, I love using even the die, you know, you can use it by itself and then kind of pop behind flowers, you know, using the stamp set.
Okay. I finished mine, but I don't think I'm going to have time to do anything else. So I'm just going to add a little bit of splatter. But because I'm me, I've added my sentiment without thinking about the splatter. So what I normally do is instead of cutting out a mask or anything, I'll just use the stamp that I've literally just used to stamp it and place that on top. That way I know it's going to be perfect and I can just clean the stamp of it, the back of it, once I finished. So I'm just going to use some of the jet black.
That's clever.
It's lazy, very lazy, but it works. So we're going to go with it. All right. So that way, if we do get any spots on top of that, it is going to be just pulled away there. Okay. That looks so pretty, Tasnim.
I'm trying to see if I want to cut off the excess or leave it.
I like it poking through the back.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
It kind of draws in the whole of it, I think.
Not sure. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should use foam tape or not. So
Barbara's saying cut it.
cut it? Okay.
Yes.
I was going for cutting it actually. Let me get some glue.
Okay. All right. BD Crafts and More. Do you all have any plans for another alphabet die set? For some reason, I can't get enough of alphabet die sets.
Alphabet die. We haven't had that one in a while. Okay, I'm just thinking. Yeah, do you have a favorite alphabet die set, Lydia?
Me? I love the bold. Just the what is it? Bold Alpha. Yeah.
Oh, classic. Yeah.
Yeah, proper original one. I think it's just so usable. And then we have the caps one as well. So if you did want to add names on, you can use the caps one. You can use them together. You can use them separately. I just think that they are so usable. Sandra's asking, is there an anniversary stamp for each year? And if so, is there a list?
So we do the large one every year, once a year, and around this time. So I think we've been doing this for the 4th year or 5th year. I want to say 4th year. Yeah, the first one was, okay, I can't remember the names now, but there are the 8x11 stamp sets that we do around the.
Yeah, I think if you just wrote in 8x11, you would probably get all of the anniversary ones. We haven't been doing it for too long, but we are on the 3rd year now. Might even be the 4th year, but we do have a couple of sets in there. Okay, everyone's saying cut the leaves.
I cut the leaves.
It was just me that was saying no. I like them on the back.
I'm gonna put some foam tape behind it. I think a butterfly would be nice too.
The butterfly off the poppies one.
Oh,
that would have been so very sweet.
Or even a butterfly die just hanging on top of the frame on the side.
Yeah, maybe just all in white because you just have that pop of green then.
Oh, that was pretty. Trying to think of a butterfly die that we have.
We do have Mix and Match Mariposa. We have some stamps that have the coordinating die as well.
Those work as well. It's a simple solid butterfly.
Yeah, you could just use one of those as the outline. Serena's saying Spark Joy Butterfly. Yep, that would work too.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Oh, Lydia, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Don't you worry. I'm not going to rush you. I'm
almost done.
I'll just show mine and then we can go to your 2 that you've completed. So on this one, I used the Vintage Roses. I used a very weird colorway. We had the Pink Pearl. These are all in different locations on my desk as well. So Coral Bliss. We also had the Deep Iris and then the Desert Night. So I kind of went for a sunset or a sunrise kind of color scheme with this one. It did work. It was a little bit different, a little bit out there, but I think it is good. The leaves themselves, I used the marshland and also the sea forest. So some muted greens that we have there. For the die, the frame, sorry, that we have there, I use the same one as Tasnim's using right now. So that is the sparkled frame. But what I did is I chopped this kind of M piece off both sides so I could squish the frame and then added it together. And to hide that, because we already have all of these gem sparkles around here, I just added a gem sparkle over the little cut line that we have there as well. To finish off, I just used a sentiment from the most recent Craft Your Life project kit, which is the rustic charm. I can see you're using new colors of the gem sparkles, Tasnim.
I don't know if I like it.
No? Are you going to go back to white?
Maybe. Yeah. I think I like it better without anything.
Yeah, so you don't have to use the gem sparkles if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You can leave it as that frame, and it will have those kind of debossed circles on there for a little bit of added dimension too.
I think another thing you can do probably enamel dots maybe.
Oh yeah, the clear ones.
Oh yeah. Or we have like matching colors with the inks. I think that'd be kind of cool too. But I think I'm gonna leave it here. Add a sentiment when I need the card.
Okay. So do you want to just talk through the products that you've used on yours, Tasnim, please?
Yep. So for the first one, I used the painted flowers and the sparkled dye, as well as the inks, rose quartz and puffy heart from one of my favorite ink sets, rose petal, and of course the obsidian ink. And the sentiment comes from the same set as the leaves, which is the leaf canopy stamp set. And for this second card, I used the leaf canopy stamp set along with the sparkle die.
Very different. I love that we use the sparkle die all the way through, but all of the cards look different. So there is that. Okay, I will ask you to pop your camera up now, Tasnim, and then what we can do is we can make sure that we've got all of the questions before we log off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey.
Hey.
Nice to see you, Tasnim. All right. Okay. I'm just going to go on to this one. All right. So question, do your kids or other little ones use your products?
My daughter loves using the markers. She really likes to illustrate things. So yeah, she goes for them all the time.
It's funny because my daughter and Tasnim's daughter. Oh. Okay. My other camera does not want to work. By the sounds of it. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. So my daughter uses my products all the time. But yeah, my son not so much. It just seems to be my daughter mostly. All right. I don't know. My camera disconnected. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh.
Yeah, that's what happened. All right. Okay. So we do have a couple more questions. All right. We just have a feedback which says, I love that my crafting stash part of your website. Thank you so much for this feature. I wish all companies did this. Thank you. And all right. And another question, how long does the jet black ink take to dry? Not very long whatsoever.
Yeah, like a few minutes.
Yeah.
But I usually just stamp right after I stamp it. But if you're planning to like color over it with watercolor, I'll probably wait a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay, right. I think we're good. There's a lot of comments saying that people love your cards, which they are very, very pretty. I think we have one more question that we might be able to squeeze in. Okay, no, this one says, hope you'll post the September retreat date sooner rather than later. takes a bit more planning than a virtual retreat. Yes, we do agree it does.
Mhm.
And hopefully we'll be able to let you guys know.
Absolutely.
All right. People are asking for more of these lives.
Okay.
I'll have to tie Tasnim down to get this done. All
Thanks,
right, then,
Lydia. Really
everyone.
fun.
Thank you, Tasnim, for joining us, and thank you, everyone else, for joining us. Yeah, Nabil's popped in September 14th. We did
Okay.
already sneak that out, but yeah, I think they're
Just
waiting
excited.
to be able to click on it and get it bought. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you, everyone. We will see you again very, very soon, and we really do hope that we help you craft your life. See you soon. Bye-bye.